Hello everybody, Paisley Imperfect and Make a Plan Monday. This week we're looking at October 6th through the 12th, which is Doctrine and Covenants, sections 111 through 114. I will order all things for your good. There isn't a lot going on this week. There isn't a lot in this, which is great because we just finished up with General Conference and that will give us time to go back and review those talks. Listen again if we can, and reread the one that stood out the most. Or listen again, whatever works best. All right, let's get right into this. We're averaging about 11 and a half minutes a day, but there's one really long one and one really short one. I'll show you what that looks like here in just a minute. Let's scroll through and see what we've got. All right, let's see. Ideas for learning. The Lord can order all things for my good. There's a Revelations in context right here. More treasures than one. That one is on our list. There was another one, maybe it's listed below, that I did not add because we already looked at it, was section 31. But that was a long time ago, so if you want to look at it again, you can. But we'll get to that here in just a minute. Okay, so more treasures than one. Revelations in context. As we keep going, the Lord will lead me as I humbly seek His will. It says you can find additional answers in Pattern of Humility in Elder Satadi's message, Patterns of Discipleship. I added the entire talk to our list, not just this section. So Patterns of Discipleship is on our list, and it includes the Pattern of Humility. There was like a Pattern of Faith. There's a few different patterns in there. Here is a talk by Elder Suarez, Be Meek and Lowly of Heart. This is the other one, The Faith and Fall of Thomas Marsh. We did that with section 31, I believe. We'll look at that in a second. So I did not add it to this list again, but that was a long time ago. So feel free to pull that up and look at it again. There's Humility in the Gospel Library, as usual, not on our list, and Be Thou Humble, which is a hymn, and that hymn comes up again later. So feel free to go back and take a look at that as well. All right, those who are truly converted come to know Jesus Christ. There's some verses to take a look at in there. Joseph Smith was a servant in the hands of Christ. Some verses, looks like Old Testament, and some Joseph Smith history. Sea Guide to the Scriptures, Jesse, Gospel Library. That I am guessing is probably pretty darn interesting. And then some verses from 2nd Nephi. That looks like the Isaiah section, so it probably matches this. And then I thought that this picture was pretty cool. The stem, the rod, and the roots. Like this is the visual to go along with the stem, rod, and roots that he's talking about in Isaiah. All right, we'll come back to people, places, and events. Let's look at ideas for teaching children. The things of God can be a treasure to me. References the activity page, which is at the bottom as usual. There's the Be Thou Humble again. And there's a video right here. This right here, chapter 41, Trouble in Kirtland, takes you to the landing page for this video right here. So this and this are the same thing. I linked to this page. It's easier to link to a page than a section here. So I went ahead and linked to this page. That it will take you to that video. Parley asks for forgiveness. A friend's testimony builds his faith. It's just over 4 minutes. All right. More for teaching children. If you're a primary teacher, click there. There's a lot of stuff there to help you out. And then there's the activity page, making a treasure box. And these are all of our different treasures. Prayer, family, sacrament, scriptures, all that stuff. All right, so back to people, places, and events. When we check this out, there's the Revelations in context, more treasures than one that we're looking at with section 111. The Faith and Fall of Thomas Marsh. That one is the one that's with sections 31 and 112. So that's why I didn't include it. It was with section 31. Chapter 22, we have already looked at, Try the Lord. So I only included chapter 24, Truth Shall Prevail, in this one. Also, I forgot to pull up our list, so I'm going to do that really quick. This is what our list looks like for the week. So on Monday, we've got section 111 and the Revelations in Context, More Treasures Than One. I put those together on the same day on purpose. It's almost 12 minutes. It's still under 12 minutes. Tuesday, sections 112 and 113, just over 11 minutes. Wednesday is our shortest day at 5 minutes. So section 114 is less than a minute long, and that video was, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So this is just over 5 minutes. It's like 5 minutes and 7 seconds. On Thursday, that is 11 minutes and 5 seconds, Patterns of Discipleship. Friday, Be Meek and Lowly of Heart by Elder Suarez. He spoke on something very similar at conference this weekend, which I'm looking forward to going back and reading again. I think it was temperance that he talked about this time. Anyways, that one is 11 minutes and 21 seconds. And then Saturday is the longest. It's 17 minutes and 35 seconds. So again, as I mentioned, or I will mention in the description, in the video description, feel free to split that up. If you want to do part of it on Wednesday when we've only got 5 minutes and the rest of it on Saturday, go for it. I mean, really, this is just a guideline. You can do whatever you want. However you are studying the Doctrine and Covenants and whatever is working for you, that's what you should keep doing. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate your time, and until next time, thanks again.